When you first get accepted to be an instructor, there is quite a few things for you to fill out online, and so we want to take you through that right now. So when you first log in and get accepted, you'll see your name up here, and the first thing you'll see is that you're still listed as an intern, and that's just because you're not quite qualified yet. So that's what you're going to see on that. So I'm just going to run down through all of these little links here and show you exactly what's going on there to get everything filled out. So first thing you're going to see is if my students, if you click on that, you're still going to see this instructor status as listed as intern, but typically you will be able to see all your students there, and we'll show you that how that works later on once you're qualified. So the next one, and this is the biggest one you're going to be filling out, it's called My Instructor Profile, and there's quite a bit of stuff here to fill out. So just make sure, this video is all about just making sure that everything is filled out correctly and fully. So personal data, this is just talking about you. You're going to upload a really cool picture here, first name, last name. And then this one here, URL name parameter. So typically that's going to be your name with a little dash there. And what this does is that it creates a page on the Nordic Ed website that is your instructor profile, and the link to that. So you can link to that from anywhere, from a website or Facebook post or anything. And the URL will be this, so it's https nordiced.org, sailing instructor, then your country, your state or province, your city, and then your URL name parameter above. So if you're in Austin, Texas, it'll be nordiced.org, sailing instructor, USA, Texas, Austin, and then Jill instructor. And the reason we do that, this is very much an SEO thing for the internet, so that Google and Yahoo can look at the URL and say, oh, there's a sailing instructor in Austin, Texas, and so we will promote that person. So this is very, very important. You can put whatever here you want, but if you're okay with putting your name, that's just a good idea. Phone number for tech support, phone number for students, your email address, and pretty much just your address. Okay, so next one, instructor data. Let's go through this. If you're associated to a school, you're not a private instructor, you're an instructor for that school, so don't click that. If you are becoming a private instructor not associated to a school, you would click that. Put in your credentials, whatever makes you look good. So if you've got your US Coast Guard or whatever from your country that you have, commercial endorsement, and anything that's quite relevant. So this one here, Jill is talking about down lower that she is a school teacher, so we put that in there. And that's good. That's a school teacher is absolutely fantastic for training and teaching. This one is super important, and we really called it by the right name, My Badass Sailing Profile. Why am I so good, and what are people going to read about me that is going to make them say, I really want to get taught by that instructor? So spend some significant amount of time on this, make sure there's no spelling mistakes or grammar errors, and have some fun with it. Make the person that's reading this profile go, wow, I would like to be taught by that instructor. If you have a website, put that in. If you don't, doesn't matter, but if you've got a website that you want to link through, we can link out to your website about that. So your profile that gets promoted on our site will have this website name in there. And the same for if you have a professional Facebook page so that students can get to know you, you can put that in here as well. Your Instagram page, YouTube, maybe there's a YouTube article that you've done and it's talking about sailing and it's kind of introducing your personality. That's absolutely fantastic as well to put that in there. And then here's what we've done. We really want to promote you as a professional. People buy from perceived professionals. So if you've written articles about sailing or something that's relevant, then you're going to put them down here and put the link to the article and put a name in there, and then what will happen is it will show up on your public profile and people start looking at that and going, oh wow, that's this person is really a professional. And then also what we're asking you to do throughout the onboarding process is to send us a get to know me article, and we will post that on our blog site and then link back to your page as well on our site. So this creates some really good SEO, but also some very good professional profile for you. All right. So once you've done that, hit Save Changes and then move on to the next section. This section here is really important, training options. So what do you teach and what boat do you have available to teach on? So what we've done here is just set it up. So Jill, instructor, she can teach pretty much everything down here, except for she's not RYA qualified and she's not teaching offshore captain, but she can teach on a catamaran. So she can teach everything. Over here is on my instructor school boat up here. So perhaps we've set Jill up so that she's got a Jeanneau 410, 41 foot. So she's not going to be teaching skipper small keel boat on her own boat, but she can teach it on a student's own boat. So right here, you're just saying what boat do you have and what can you teach on your boat or a boat that's available to you. Put some notes down here that you're teaching on the Jeanneau 410 and where you're teaching. Save training options. And then down here, where are you teaching? So you're teaching in this marina, and here's the address. You can add multiple locations, so you can teach in multiple places. And then training location notes. So you can say, well, look, we teach year round in Austin, Texas, or wherever you are, but hey, I'm available to travel anywhere in North America or the Caribbean, or if you want to pay for my ticket to the Mediterranean, that would be great too. All right, all of this stuff is going to appear on your public profile page, and we're going to look at it down over here a little bit later. So images, we want you to upload some really cool images of you sailing, the boat, just the local area that you're sailing in, just to really brighten up the profile. So just add these. You'll see, make them square when you do it. So there's some instructions in this that you should probably do about 800 pixels by 800 pixels, but definitely make it square because that's the area that we've got set aside for you. Login data, that's pretty obvious. This is the school that you're associated with, and you can associate to multiple schools as well. And then over here, qualification data. So this is your rank, whether you're qualified or not, and all of the qualification requirements that we have. If they've been checkboxed, if they're not, then you need to keep going on the onboarding document to get everything complete. And then these are the endorsements that you've got as an instructor, and then these are badges that are getting awarded, and these again will show on your public profile. So that's that. That's the your instructor profile. Resources. This will click through to the pro site. pronauticair.org is only for instructors and schools, and it's got all the documents and everything that are in there that you'll need. So business setup documents, instructor qualifying documents, training and assessments, and everything. So just make sure that you're going to be reading through this. Here's how to use the assessment app, the SLC on boat written exam. So this is a very good resource for you as an instructor, and we want you to read all that. How to properly engage as an instructor, just some instructions here, a welcome note, and some links directly to the pro site so that you're getting the right documents. Take my courses. If you click this will turn you into your own student self. So I'm going to click it right now, and but right now I am Jill Instructor, the instructor, and when I click Take My Courses, now I am Jill Instructor. That's my last name, Instructor, just so happens. And I am a student now. So I now am Jill Instructor, but I've got my student hat on. I am taking the courses and everything inside this profile, this student profile. So there's my curriculum. There's all my courses that I've completed. practical on the water assessments. You can download those and have a look at whatever the documents are for being assessed on the water, and here's all your past courses. So I can navigate around as being a student. I can look at my logbook as a student, my sailing resume, my student sailing resume. Again, everything here, you are a student. Now I'm going to go here and I'm going to switch back to my instructor profile. So now, again, I am back to being an instructor, and I can manage my students and do all instructor functions as an instructor. Reviews history, obviously there's none here yet, but your students that are reviewing you after you have trained them, they will all show up here, and this is where all the reviews will be. So here it is. Here is my public visible profile. So this is the page on Nautic Ed that gets built for you, and it's sailing instructor, USA, Texas, Austin, Jill instructor. Here is the form you filled out. That was my badass sailing profile. This talks about your rank and everything. These are the images that you put up. Remember those square images we talked, and we kind of recommend about 4 or 5 really nice images that are representative of you and your area. Here are your credentials and all the badges that you've got. These are all the assessments that you've had and everything. Credentials, there's a resume, so if a student wants to see your sailing resume that you've done, they're going to see all the experience that you have, associated schools, and here are the publications that you've done, What is Apparent Wind and Get to Know Me. Back up the top on the other side, here's the locations, so you can take a look at where you're going to be training, and here it is. So we'll just get rid of that. And here are the notes that you've added as part of that location. Now, remember before you clicked on what courses, practical training courses that you teach. And this little icon here says instructor has a training boat available for this course. So this is where, remember, Jill did not have a small keel boat, so she could teach on another student's boat. And this talks about the skills that is associated with each training course. All right, this is that Jill can do the SLC sail international license, and some notes attached to that. And then here's a great way to contact. The student can contact you, the instructor. They'll just type in their email address, hit this, submit that, and off goes a note straight to you. And then here's just some contact information. Here's your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your YouTube video. If you don't put anything in there, nothing will show up. But again, students are expecting this kind of stuff to be able to figure out who you are, take a look at what you're doing socially. And we highly recommend a YouTube video, even if it's a selfie. It's like, hey, this is me, I'm Jill. Don't sound like Jill, I sound like Grant. But and this is what I do, here's my boat. Just, make a nice friendly YouTube video and put it up. Okay, back to my instructor profile. And here it is, and then this is it, so sign out. So thanks for watching this video. It was a little bit long, but it's gonna get you set up completely and properly.